What's going on? A couple of weeks ago, I went to a service with this guy, and we were talking. It was a pretty passionate worship service, and while we were sitting there, and we were just kind of observing everything and just participating in the worship, he noticed that a lot of people were raising their hands, and he wasn't sure exactly why they were raising their hands. What was the point of this whole raising your hand thing while you're worshiping? He just didn't understand it. And today, a lot of you may be having that same question. Why would you raise your hands in worship? What does it mean? What does it stand for? What's the purpose of it? Well, today I was studying and I came across this scripture. I just wanted to share it with you guys, and maybe that next time you're in worship, you can understand why people worship, while they're worshiping, they raise their hands, or maybe even you should be raising your hands if you're a child of God. In Psalm 134, it says, "Behold, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord, who by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless the Lord." Lifting your hands in worship is an incredible act of surrender. When a child sees his father after a long day of work, his father comes home, the child's missed their father, and the child wants to be picked up, what does he do? But he lifts his hands. Daddy, pick me up. And that's kind of the submission that we show to God in worship. God, I miss you. Just pick me up in your hands. So next time when you're in a worship service and you see people raising their hands and kind of wondering what it was, it's just an act of submission. It's an act of surrender. It's just an incredible testimony of our need and our desire for God. So I encourage you. Psalm 134 verse 2. Lift your hands in the sanctuary of the Lord. Ask God to pick you up. Ask God to hold you. Surrender to Him.